Hi, this is Andy Mattingly, and I'm here with this week's Save It Up moment. We get a lot of questions from time to time about what people should be doing in different stages of life. So I've put together 5 life stages leading up to retirement, and maybe 2 or 3 items that you should do in each one of those stages to prepare yourself or to be financially smart. So we'll start with someone who's just starting out or the young adult. You want to make sure you have a good savings habit. You want to add debt wisely, meaning don't add too much debt. And you really want to start saving for retirement then. Now we'll go to the next stage of life, is maybe when you add a significant other. So the first thing you want to do is understand each other's money habits so that you can work together. If you're getting married, don't overspend on the wedding. That's a great way to start your married life together in financial distress. And kind of the last thing that you need to make sure you do is develop a joint financial plan that thinks about things that are going to happen in the future and how you're going to handle those. The next phase we'll talk about in life is if you're expanding your family. And so there's some things that you need to do as you're moving into this phase. 1, build an emergency savings fund, because the more people you have in the family, the more emergencies you're going to have. The next thing to do, especially if there's some consideration that one person's going to stay home if there's a new child brought into the house, is to develop a one-income budget before you have the children, so that you know what your expenses should be for a house and for a car and some of those other things, so that you can make it work. And during all of this, you want to make sure you're keeping up with your retirement and revving it up. The next life stage is bringing up the kids. Once you've kind of had all the kids that you're going to have and you have your full family, some things you need to make sure that you're doing. Once you've set your retirement, start building your 529 plans, because it's a great way to build education savings. You also want to start teaching your kids about money, because that will help you, that they'll make a smart college decision, that they'll understand how to make financial decisions. So you really want to be teaching them about money. And if you haven't already, now's a really good time to engage with a financial planner, because you're moving into the aspects of your life where there are there's a lot of complications to what financial decisions you make. And then I'm going to lead into the last stage of life that we're going to talk about today, and this is when you're heading into retirement. We still have retirement, but we're not going to talk about today because that's a whole segment. But this is heading into retirement. You've brought up the kids, you've got 10 years or so that you're planning on working, and so you need to start planning to get into retirement. And so first of all, develop a retirement budget, even 10 years out, so you know how much money you need to live on that budget or what your life's going to look like. Start lowering your debt. Ideally, when you retire, you won't have a lot of debt. That could be one of the biggest draws on your monthly income, is any debt service you have for a house or cars, things like that. And then the last thing that you want to make sure you do in the last 10 years before moving into retirement is update your estate plan, because you want to have all of that in order if something were to happen, or to know that you don't have to deal with that later on. So that's kind of the 3 or 4 things to do in the first 5 stages of life. If you want more information on this topic or any other topic, make sure you visit forumcu.com and the Save It Up page.